So we just completed part 1 of day 2 of Advent of Code. And in this video, we're going to take a look at part 2. So similar to day 1, we're using the same input file in part 2 as we used in part 1. So we can grab that here, but we already have it over in our editor. It turns out that the shopkeeper gave us the wrong explanation of how these passwords work. So rather than these being min and max values, they actually indicate 2 positions in the string, and we need to identify whether the letters at one of those at exactly one of those positions matches the validation letter. So in this case, 1 and 3, and we're talking about index 1, not index 0 here. So 1 and 3 match A and C. So that's valid, whereas here they both match C. Positions 2 and 9 both match C, which makes it invalid. So we're looking for exactly 1. And then similarly here, neither of them match B. So that is invalid as well. So let's jump over to the terminal, and I think what we want to do is just copy part 1 over part 2.ruby and start there. So we've got all our input. That's going to stay as is. And most of this parsing I think will stay the same as well, though this min-max stuff doesn't make as much sense anymore. So I think everywhere we say min, let's update that to be position 1. And then everywhere we say max, we're going to update that to be position 2. Okay. So with that in place, I think all of our parsing logic is basically reusable. And now we just need to so all of our parsing logic is reusable, and now we just need to update the validation code, or the validation checking code. So we're not going to do any of this. Instead, we're going to want to pull out the letter at position 1, and we'll do that by taking the password, and we'll do a positional reference of that string. Shoot, can we do that in Ruby? I don't actually think we can do. Oh, we can do that. Okay, great. Okay, so we'll look for rule.position1. Although we're dealing with indices, the instructions say we're dealing with 1-based indices, but Ruby works with 0-based. So we're going to have to, I believe, subtract 1 from whatever they give us, because if what we're looking for is like the first character, then that's actually the 0th position. So we'll say 1 minus 1 is 0. Yeah, so minus 1 is going to be what we want. And then we'll do the same thing here, and we'll replace 1 with 2. And then I guess we just want to do a check then that only one of the other matches. So letter at position 1 equals rule.letter, or letter at position 2 rule.letter. And so that's our return value. We can delete all of that. And I think this, as is, should give us a count of how many letters pass the validation, or how many passwords pass the validation. So we'll save that. We'll say Ruby part 2. Give it a run. 665, okay. So let's copy that. I'll jump back over here. We'll plug in our answer, and that was not the right answer. Bummer. So what did we miss? Oh, we need an exclusive OR here. That's the problem. Does Ruby have an exclusive OR? That's interesting. Let's see. Oh, today I learned. So I guess we can use this operator. Huh. Well, let's give that a try. Shout out to HashRocket for that TIL right there. Actually, let's look. Oh, Jason Cummings. Okay, that's back in 2016. Cool. I think just to be safe, we might need to wrap these in just to ward off any precedence issues. So wrap those in parentheses. Let's give that a save and run it. 391. So they said we were too high. 391's smaller, so that might help. Turn to day 2, and let's plug that in. There we go. We got our second gold star for the day. All right. Well, thanks for watching the video, and maybe we'll see you tomorrow for day 3.